My friends, how are you? It is absolutely fantastic to see you for yet another video. And today we are going to talk about the carnage and destruction that Donald Trump is causing to America's economy, especially in the tourism sector, because that is what's going on right now. We are right here in the middle of tourism season in America, and we are seeing massive slowdowns and huge hits to America's economy, all based off of Donald Trump's policies. And I have a friend over there in Canada that I've met through YouTube. You guys might want to check him out. His channel is called Guard the Leaf, and he is a reliable source for my information on what some Canadians are thinking or feeling about Donald Trump and his absolute nonsense. This dude makes really good videos, Guard the Leaf. I like him a lot, and I don't know how much pull I actually have here on YouTube, but he's sitting right there around 38,000 subscribers. Do we have what it takes to get him his first 40,000? Are we able to send 2,000 people over there to press that subscribe button for him? I don't fucking know. We're gonna see. We're gonna find out, my friends. But anyways, there is absolute destruction to the United States economy right now because of Donald Trump's policies having to do with tariffs, having to do with foreign relations, such as telling a country you were going to turn them into America's 51st state, all because he's jealous because his wife and his daughter both have a crush on Justin Trudeau. And that's not cool to Donald Trump. It made him very jealous because he also has a crush on his daughter, and I know that I kind of make that joke pretty often, and I know Ivanka's kind of an asshole sometimes with a lot of things, but I feel terrible that she is the daughter of a sexual predator and has to have that weighing on her at all times. So I don't know if I necessarily like that joke anymore. It's good for taking a shot at Donald, but Ivanka was definitely a victim in some way of or another because of her perverted father. But we're going to talk about Canada's response to America and how it has been extremely effective. And sometimes I hear that when I make these videos for Canada, you're just pandering to the Canadians so they'll watch your video. Let me explain what happened, because I think it's kind of fucking funny. I was just over here minding my goddamn business, being pissed off at Donald Trump when he talked about turning Canada into the 51st state. And since my channel is about calling out Donald Trump's bullshit, I said, what the fuck is going on? I made a video about it, and a bunch of Canadians showed up and rallied around me, and they said, look at this dumb looking hick from America, and he's talking against Donald Trump. And they kind of started to like me, my friends. And the Canadians were very cool. Most of the Canadians were very cool in educating me about their point of view, why they see it the way they do, the history between America and Canada, and we're very, very patient with me. Every once in a while you get the dickhead Canadian, but every country's got dickheads, right? Then as I watched and learned more about this, I found that I had more things to talk about Donald Trump's attempted attacks on Canada, and I've made a lot of Canadian friends along the way. So it just was sort of a thing that happened. And I got to be honest, I had to take a little bit of a break from Canada videos because I'll be honest with you, the Canadians were giving me hell, my friends. Hear me out. These fuckers were basically waterboarding me with Nickelback lyrics after I made one goddamn joke about Nickelback, and I just couldn't take it anymore. We were this close to having to write more rules in the Geneva Convention because the Canadians were using Nickelback lyrics to actually fucking torture me. So I took a break from the Canadian videos. I love the little ball busting between the countries. That's what our relationship should be. But yeah, Nickelback lyrics, I don't even fucking understand. Like, what is he talking about? I like the way you still say please while you're looking up at me. You're like my favorite damn disease? What the fuck is Chad up to over here? Look, most of us are there for other reasons. He's there for the fucking disease. Now, disease could be a side effect. It could be part of the deal when you go fucking around like that, but that's what he's there for. And that's fucking weird. And actually, I thought about it, and I should be nicer to Nickelback. I should stop taking shots at them because Canadians have a real situation on their hands. They got Tom McDonald. Have you guys heard of this fucking clown? Tom McDonald. He's a white guy from Canada that makes MAGA rap. MAGA rap. You heard me right. He makes rap songs where he talks about how much he loves Donald Trump and even calls Donald Trump daddy. daddy in his fucking videos and or in his songs. And one time he brought Roseanne Barr to be in the rap song with him, or Roseanne Bars, am I right? Yeah, she was dropping some sick bars, all Roseanne over there. And it's absolutely the most fucking ridiculous thing I've ever fucking seen in my life. And this guy, he's just goofy, he's pathetic, he's always trying to get Eminem's attention. Like, Eminem, rap battle with me. Eminem would mop the fucking floor with goofy ass Tom McDonald. Eminem has ended many careers just because somebody mentioned his daughter in a fucking song. But I think Eminem's learned he doesn't really have to punch down with these goofballs. Ever since the MGK thing, he was just like, yeah, these guys are fucking goofy. Everybody knows who the fuck I am. I don't have to put them in their place. And it's pathetic, but it's funny because fucking, could you imagine this guy Tom McDonald? He got picked on a lot in school. He had to, and now he's this gangster, apparently a MAGA gangster that is named Tom McDonald. That's the least intimidating thing I've ever heard. It reminds me of fucking 8 Mile. This guy's a gangster. His real name is Clarence, you know, and that it's kind of, you know, Tom McDonald. But you know what, Canadians, I'm going to extend you a little bit of an olive branch on that, all right? Because there is sort of goofy rap genres all over the fucking place. So I'm going to give you something to make fun of me a little bit. And listen, this guy I'm going to mention is completely harmless. He's just having a good fucking time. It's just something y'all can make fun of because I just made fun of Tom McDonald. It's an olive branch, so to speak. As you guys know, I'm from Colorado. There is a rapper from Colorado, I think from Colorado, I'm not really sure now that I mention it, but his name is The Mad Fanatic. The Mad Fanatic, my friends. And the guy writes rap songs about the Denver Broncos. Yeah, he drops fucking sick fucking rhymes about touchdowns and shit. So look, like I said, the guy is harmless, but it's a little something so the Canadians can make fun of me because I made fun of fucking goofy ass Tom McDonald. But you know, the Canadians don't fucking like that son of a bitch. Anyways, my friends, what we're here for wasn't all of that shit that I was just talking about. That was the bonus material. You guys got some extra shit there. Anyways, what we're here to talk about is Donald Trump's policies have caused absolutely devastating effects to the United States economy, having to do with tourism. And Donald Trump started all these trade wars, swearing up and down that Americans really wanted low-paying manufacturing jobs where we could make Nikes or we could make socks. Socks are fun to make, right? And extremely lucrative socks. Everybody loves making socks. You can retire off of making socks, I guess. I don't fucking know, because that's what the MAGA dorks are trying to convince us of, my friends, is that we need manufacturing back in America. So Donald Trump launches all these fucking trade wars with these other countries. And I understand from talking to my Canadian friends, that wasn't the most offensive part. It was the part where he kept saying that Canada was going to be the 51st state. Basically, you're not a sovereign nation anymore. You are now under the rule of King Donald Trump. And you know what? That's offensive to me too, because I don't even like that son of a bitch. I don't know if you guys have gathered that. I'm not a Donald Trump fan. I don't know if I've been too subtle in my messaging, but what I meant to say the entire time was fuck Donald Trump. That's what the message I've been trying to get out, my friends. I don't know. Sometimes I feel like I don't get my words out the right way. Anyways, Canada has responded by boycotting American products and, most importantly, tourism, which is one of the things America actually fucking excels at. It's one of the things we're good at. We're good at resorts and casinos and cruise ships and fucking hotels and fucking amusement parks and water parks and fuck, the list goes on and on of all the things we're good at. But you strap a fucking red hat on your stupid goofy ass fucking head apparently, and you say we've got all this massive industry in America, but fuck that, I want to sew Nikes, goddammit. I am tired of all the amusement and all the enjoyment that people get. I'm tired of it. I want to work in a fucking sweatshop where I sew fucking Nikes together for 50 cents a day, goddammit. Where are the real jobs in America? And it turns out MAGA don't know what the fuck they're talking about. That's the stupidest shit you've ever heard when you say it out loud, now isn't it? Anyways, this has caused a huge drop in tourism in America. I know I mentioned it recently when talking about Las Vegas, but it is nationwide at this point, where a lot of cities, states are losing tons and tons of revenue because of Donald Trump's poor foreign policy. And it's somewhere up there, I believe what I read earlier was like $29 billion billion lost from the United States economy due to loss of tourism. Now, it's not just Canada. Canada obviously has been very instrumental in this charge against Donald Trump and making sure that his stupid fucking decisions backfire on him. But it is worldwide. A lot of people are just refusing to come to America for a lot of fucking reasons. There's so many fucking reasons. Apparently, my friend I mentioned, Guard the Leaf, put up I hope I said Guard the Leaf earlier. If I said Guarding the Leaf, I apologize, but Guard the Leaf. I'm going to put a link to his channel in my normal pinned comment. Let's see if we can get him those extra 2,000 subs. Get him his first 40,000. He's a good content creator. He really is. Anyways, so I was watching one of his videos where he talked about a $250, I guess, visa fee that the American government is now charging tourists that come here for vacation, for business, things like that. And you know what? When you think about it, it's actually a really good fucking deal. I want you to follow along with me for just a second. For the low price, my friends, of $250, you can come to America, you can go out, mind your business until ICE catches up with you, throws you on the ground, puts the little plastic zip tie handcuffs on you, makes a big production out of it and how they're arresting the criminals, and then they ship you off to an El Salvador concentration camp or the new and improved Alligator Alcatraz, which is in the fucking swamps of Florida, and if you try to leave, the gators will eat you, and you're provided probably 3 meals a day, probably. It's full of maggots, it's rotted, but it is 3 meals a day. You have a place to sleep, not necessarily a bed, but like a place where eventually you can fall over from exhaustion and pass the fuck out, and don't we all want that? So for the low price of $250, one-time charge, my friends, you never have to worry about paying bills ever again. It's a good fucking deal. It's a good deal, right? But when we come back to reality, my friends, Donald Trump, fucking dumb son of a bitch, man, has absolutely destroyed relationships. Look, it's the relationships with Canada and their boycott of American products, their refusal to be tourist in America. It is Donald Trump's Gestapo police, or Gazpacho? Was it Gazpacho, Marjorie Taylor Greene? I don't fucking remember. I don't know that fucking word. I should have looked that one up. I think it's Gestapo, right? Anyways, out there just arresting anybody that looks too fucking brown in this country and shipping them off. We're on watch lists now from other countries to not travel to America because it is unsafe, and you guys will be shocked to find out that this has had devastating effects on America's tourism. Who could have seen that coming? Who could have seen that fucking coming? And I look at it sort of through a trucker's lens. I travel all over the country, and this is the time of year that I fucking hate the most in America. I've always said, my friends, one thing I want to accomplish in life, one place I want to get to in life is I want to live like the people of Salt Lake City, Utah. Now, let me explain. The people of Salt Lake City, Utah, well, they have nowhere to go and they got all day to get there type of thing, right? They just get on the fucking road and on the interstate and just kind of tool around their little car with not a fucking concern in the world. 35 on the interstate, who gives a shit? We'll get there when we get there, baby. And that is sort of like one of my life goals, is to live like the people of Salt Lake City. For a couple reasons. The multiple wives is somewhat intriguing to me also. The rest of the religion is a little bit wacky, but like if I could get like a few women to like me, I'm probably on board with that. That's probably something I could do. And the fucking just the constant lollygagging, that I would fucking love that. And during this time of year in America, basically the whole fucking country turns into Salt Lake City, Utah, where there are people with absolutely nowhere to go and they don't care when they fucking get there. They're out there just lollygagging. I used lollygagging twice. I wish I wouldn't have done that. It's funnier if you only use it once. If you come back to it, it's not, the punchline isn't as effective anymore. And I fucked that up, my friends. But they're in the way. The truck stops are packed full of people parking their RVs and campers all over the fucking place. They're clogging up the showers in the truck stops for some reason. Not my idea of a good vacation, taking showers at truck stops, but to each their own. I guess that's something they like doing, my friends. I don't fucking know. I do it every day, and I don't recommend it, is what I'm saying. It's not my idea of a fucking vacation, but what I'm seeing on the road. I know I mentioned this a couple months back too, but we are balls deep in vacation season right now, my friends. I'm not seeing it. A lot of people come into America and you can actually rent RVs and campers to travel around the country, and I'm not seeing that at all. I am seeing very, very few fucking well-to-do white families in my fucking way this year, and I love it for that reason. Like, please get the fuck out of my way. I'm out here for business, goddammit, and you're out here for pleasure, and you understand how that could be a bit of a fucking conflict. Get out of my goddamn way, right? That's my life during this time of year. Fuck, forgot what I was saying, my friends. I fucking forgot. Anyways, where we're at is we are in America going to see substantial losses to one of our biggest industries in this country, tourism. And we did it all in the name of bringing sweatshops back to America for low wages and long hours, while MAGA cheered on the return of manufacturing in America. And what we need to know about the return of manufacturing in America, it ain't fucking returned. Nothing's happened. Nothing's fucking happened, my friends. Nobody's done anything to bring manufacturing back to America. I'm starting to think it was all a lie. As a matter of fact, all I'm gathering from the Trump regime at this point is that their actual plan is to isolate Americans, control the narrative through the media. That's a thing they're trying to do. Destroy the economy of America, so we're just happy to work for whatever the fuck we can get. And most importantly, keep us sucking the government tit for anything that we need. That is exactly what the Trump regime is accomplishing in this fucking country. There is no future goal under Donald Trump besides kicking the shit out of American citizens. And they might be getting it done, my friends. I can't really fucking tell you. I'm not really fucking sure what's going on. Where was I? Where the fuck was I? I do not remember. Let me try to think for just a second. Don't click off the video. Don't leave me. I promise. If you give me just a few seconds, I will get my thoughts in order. The point is, Canada has responded very strongly, obviously, to Donald Trump's bullshit, and the rest of the world has responded to Donald Trump's bullshit. And Donald Trump is over here trying to hide from the Epstein files that he's in. Told you I'd get that in every video, didn't I? He's in the Epstein files. The economy is absolutely going to hell on us. There is no good way to fucking put that. We are seeing a drop in freight because of the tariffs that are still in place. I do not know what's going on. The 90 deals in 90 days is bullshit. I should have made a separate video completely on this. Remember, not too long ago, Donald Trump took a victory lap about how he made the great deal with Japan, and everything's worked out with Japan. Japan literally responded, what the fuck are you guys talking about? There is no deal. What are you saying? They're lying to the fucking American people. And the tourism sector, which is one of our biggest industries, is taking a massive fucking hit. So freight's down. The tourism industry is losing jobs, which is going to create a domino effect for everything around them. I expect Las Vegas is going to get absolutely decimated at this current rate. But good news, MAGA. Remember when MAGA said they wanted Donald Trump so he can run America like a business? Donald Trump is running America like a Donald Trump business. To the fucking ground, my friends. We are not going to fix this. That's that's the fucking scary part. This is not flip a switch, everything's fixed. Like Donald Trump's not even going to resign over this Epstein shit. Can you believe that? That's crazy. But in the event that Donald Trump resigns or kicks the bucket or gets impeached or what have you, we cannot just flip the switch back and say, hey, we've stopped having ICE raids on everybody in this country. We have stopped all the bullshit. I mean, the list goes on and on, all the bullshit. We are years away from repairing the damage that Donald Trump has done in 6 months in this country. Years may be a nice estimate. We could be decades away from fixing this shit, if we ever fix this shit. We may be isolated permanently at this point. Fuck. That's depressing. I should get back to work. Love you guys. Bye now.